since we're a few minutes late. Second Monday of October. I hope you guys are staying motivated and staying pumped because it's hard. It's hard this time of year. Everybody wants to just sit in their little cozies. I'm thinking of sweatshirts since you have one on, Jackie, and just cuddle up and do nothing. So we have to work kind of extra hard to stay motivated, stay excited, and just keep the momentum going. And there's a couple things I wanted to remind you guys of. Super Saturday's coming up the 29th. Jackie, did you have a chance to see the one in your area for Super Saturday? Okay, I'll send you some info and we'll look up. It's basically a live Beachbody event in your area.
You told me about one in Boston, but...
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I was thinking you were in Boston, but I'm like, duh, Danielle. Anyways, we'll look up the Greenville one and see which one's close to you.
Do you have a guesstimate about like when they do that? Because I have a wedding I have to go to that day.
It usually starts at like 9 in the morning, but each one's different. It could be on a Sunday too. Sometimes they switch it to Sunday, but we'll look it up and see. But those are just so key to just get outside your comfort zone. And I know Amy and Lauren have both gone to the Philly ones and love them. It just gives you kind of your fuel to push to the end of the year. So we'll definitely get you hooked up with that. And then Core de Force is, of course, launching October 31st. So I'm super pumped about this. Starting tomorrow in the Cleanse group, it's going to switch to Core de Force. So whether Amy and Lauren, you guys want to do your own thing or you want to plug into that, totally up to you. Maybe you want to just use your wellness community and promote there so they feel like they're hearing it from you. But Jackie will be using the Cleanse group and switching that to kind of Core de Force pump up for the next 2 to 3 weeks. So feel free, any content you guys have to share in there or any of your video workouts. I'm sure that they'll probably be releasing another sneak peek towards closer to the release. I just haven't heard that yet. But that's pretty much what we got to do for the next 3 weeks, because 3 weeks from today, Core de Force launches. So really, really exciting. And then, why did I write that? I don't know. But Amy's in her first week of qualification. I know she's going to lock in this Thursday. I'm super pumped. I saw Lauren, you are like 4 people away from Diamond too. So exciting. And Jackie is almost at Emerald. I know she's going to do it this week. So lots of exciting things going on. Got to keep the momentum going and keep riding the wave, guys, because we're there. Even with 3 of us on here, we're there. The other thing, they haven't really talked about this yet, but for November, on top of Core de Force, Beachbody is doing something new called Team Spirit. And basically what it is we are going to like sign up as a team. All of us will be on the same team. There's no limit for the amount of people. So all of your coaches can be on it, Amy and Lauren. And basically there's a couple of different categories you can win. One of them's highest success club points. Another one is best team spirit. So it's like hashtagging. I'll post the hashtag. Like I said, they haven't really talked much about it, but I was looking at the FAQ today. Another one is getting your challengers engaged on the Challenge Tracker app and them logging 4 workouts a week. And so Beachbody is just going to be looking like how many people can we get engaged in a challenge group. So this is something to start thinking about for November. Any ideas you guys want to throw out there, whether we want to do a My Challenge Tracker app together or just any ideas you have around this, something to make it fun and engaging and get people excited about Core de Force and re-engaging into their health and fitness even in the hardest time of the year. So you know that Carl does everything purposefully. It's very intentional because this is a hard time of year. So any ideas you guys have to make this kind of bomb us to the end of the year and really catapult what we're doing, I am all ears. I've just started thinking about it honestly today. So Team Spirit, it's kind of open for any suggestions. All right, guys? So get your thinking caps on and creativity. So I'm going to take out this gum because this is really distracting me. I'm super excited today because Noelle and I have been working like tirelessly this weekend to launch this sucker. Let me give you a little background. So I feel like when new coaches come in, and maybe Jackie can kind of relate to this, that you come in and it's overwhelming. There's a lot of information. You don't know where to start. It's like we forget that we know everything and they don't. And we just expect them to start talking to people, right? And we just expect them to know all these little things, and they don't. And they shouldn't, because it's detailed. It's stuff you learn over time. And as our team has evolved, I've wanted to make things simpler. And I've also wanted to create a system that we can truly match our coaches' pace, because many a times I have poured my heart and soul into people and they do nothing. And it sucks. And, I've had coaches that go to Diamond and quit, or coaches that hit high Success Club numbers and quit. And it's like, what went wrong? I think there's a couple of things there. Is number one, they don't know where to start, and so therefore they do nothing. I've done it because that was me. Number two, they do it for a little bit and then they checked off that box and they don't know where to go next. So they just stop doing it. Or it's just too complicated, and so they just check out completely. Or they complete a training and they stop learning and growing there, right? Because I think all of us kind of face that, like, okay, what do I work towards next? I know how to hit Success Club, or I know how to sign somebody up, but what do I focus on next? Or like, I've struggled even in the past week since our team went 3-star. I'm like, okay, what next? But it's like, it's just going back to basics. It's doing those basic behaviors every single day. And so what Noelle and I wanted to create was something that was basic, that did not focus on Success Club or Emerald or all those Beachbody terms, but it focused on simple actions that they could learn in a 7-day boot camp. And each day would be a simple thing. It's going to be the same format, and I'm going to walk you through exactly what I have and what you guys will be able to take this document and duplicate for your coaches. You don't have to recreate anything. I would say you probably want to make your own like about me form, but you may already have that, Lauren and Amy. Just a Google form, nothing crazy. But otherwise, all the content is like slides on a Google slide thing and a YouTube video. So you guys don't have to recreate anything right now, because I think too often, especially in Amy and Lauren's spot, you are like, I have my own team, I have my own coaches, like I want to do all this stuff. But we have to remember that the core part of our business is always 80% our business when we have coaches and 20% teaching others how to do it. Now I have to constantly check myself because I love making graphics for you guys. That's like, I love doing that stuff. It takes me back to organizing boards, Jackie, in studio. So what can I say? So let me kind of show you the goods. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys exactly what is the best way to do this. Okay. All right. Can you see this little guy? And I'm going to be posting all of this, so don't worry, like you guys will get all of it. It's not like super secretive or anything. So the premise of this is when somebody comes to you and says they want to coach, usually they've gone through either talking to you on the phone or they've gone through one of our live coaching Q&A. So they kind of already know what coaching entails to an extent. They know what they're getting themselves into, is what I'm kind of saying. It's not like you need to throw them into anything. Most likely they've gone to a sneak peek, they've said yes, or they've been a challenger and they've said yes. So what's your first step? Your first step is you're going to add them to the Girl Boss New Coach Training group. Only that group. That's it. Because Jackie can probably relate to this. When you get thrown into the team page, there's a lot going on. It is. It's a lot. And I don't want new coaches focusing on, ooh, what's this banner? What's this calendar? What's all these posts? What's all these videos I need to watch? No, I want them focused on action. So the first step that they're going to do is, it's the similar email that we've used, is the expectations as a new coach. Here's what you can expect from me. Here's what I expect from you. And you are going to attach the 7-day quick start form. So let me see, how can I switch? I can never figure out how to switch screens. I just wanted to show you what the 7-day form looked like if you didn't know. So this is on the Beachbody website. It also should be uploaded in our team page. If not, I will upload it because this gives them the stuff they need to know, the basics, right? And so their day one, they're just going to fill this out and they're going to fill out their goals and just kind of write down some activities. So they have their coach ID, they have their websites, that kind of stuff. They have their coach relations number, basic stuff. Okay. So let's go back to, like I said, I don't know how to switch between. Okay, let's go back to this guy. So you can see down here, all they're doing is setting up their direct deposit and they're filling out the 7-day quick start form. That's it. Day one, that's it. Simple. You guys like it so far? Thumbs up? Good? Okay.
I had one question.
Yeah.
I remember when I was going through all this and you were kind of giving me this step by step. What exactly do the right and left leg thing mean?
So there's 2 sides to your business, and there's a right side and a left side, and you just want to build them evenly. So as you sign people up, you know, if Nate's on your left side, the next person you sign up will go on your right to hit emerald. And then as you build to diamond, you evenly build. So right, left. And then you help your coaches, your future coaches, do the same thing. They focus on emerald first, 1 person on each leg. It's kind of like a big family tree. So I can break it down a little bit more for you. Maybe we set up a one-on-one call, Jackie, so we can look at that. But does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. I didn't understand like what exactly a leg means.
It's just each side of your business. There's no like, it's just the name that they have for it. But it's just how the business opportunity is set up financially, that you have 2 legs to build, and you should have 1 leg that's stronger than the other, because every person that I continuously put on the same leg as you benefit from. So when I'm signing people up and you're signing people up, we help each other. That's why we motivate each other to, you know, all make moves, because we all benefit from each other working together. And then you have to build your other leg to stay even when you start looking at team cycle bonus and you push to diamond, those kinds of things. But all you need to worry about is hitting emerald first, 1 on each leg, and then you just keep doing that over and over again.
Okay.
Cool. So that's day 1, really simple. So day 2, always the biggest thing is, what the heck do I share on social media, right? Do you notice how these are kind of linked to the vital behaviors, right? It's going to start hinting at that without actually saying it. So number 2, day 2 is writing your coming out posts. So this is something that Kelsey gave me the idea for on our diamond retreat, that she does not allow anybody into her training until they post on social media, because the reality is, if you want to reach people, you have to share your journey. So if you can't even post on Facebook, how can I teach you how to run a business, is what it comes down to. You have to connect with people somehow. And so, you know, maybe if you don't work and you could be out all the time talking to people, that works for you. But most likely for us, with limited time, social media allows us to reach the most people. So these are just 2 posts that I could quickly get to, because Lauren and Amy, you guys are from way long ago. So I just pulled Tara and Shannon's posts so that they would have 2 examples that were short and simple and to the point, and they showed them in the picture. And they're going to create their own coming out post. And then they're going to share that post to the Girl Boss group so that we can all know to go show them some love, because we all know that first post is always scary. So that's day 2.
I think that's brilliant to have the share piece in it. So that makes it a little bit easier that you can get that love, and it's double dutying so that they get comfortable sharing in the team page and checking in with the team page. And it makes it a little bit easier for all of us as well, that it's already out there and there's all this all this love that's naturally going to happen and shine to that. And you're not sitting there like chasing your emails or something like that. So I think that was done like very strategically and very well.
And if you guys have any input along the way, like this is not set in concrete stone. Like I'm sharing this because I want your feedback. I want it to be our team's input on this. So don't be afraid to jump right in. All right. Cool. So day 3 is focused on, so you'll see 3 and 4, but day 3 is personal development, because we all know without personal development, you can't run a successful business. You have to be good with yourself and comfortable sharing your journey and your passion. And so all they have to do is either download or purchase a book or podcast or Audible book. And then they will post in the new coach group and tag you as their coach. So you know, hey, day 3 is done. And it's also what Lauren's saying. We're creating them plugging into the team and sharing what they're doing. And so everybody's going to say, oh, so-and-so is on day 3. Like, I'm only on day 1. I should probably catch up, Those kind of little triggers I think will be good. So cool. You guys like that so far? All right, day 4 is how to invite. And the reason being is because it's focused on social media. So they've already posted their coming out post. So they already have interest going between these days, guys. And they're going to want to know, how the heck do you start talking to people? So I made some slides. Wait, can you guys see these? Yeah, okay. So I made some slides. Oops, sorry. On how to start in inviting people, because people are going to ask them, what are you doing? I want to be a part of your accountability group. That's usually what people say when they first see you start posting about it. So these are just some examples on how to invite people, how to start talking to them about it. It's really simple. Invites that you guys already know. Just keeping it simple, being interested more than interesting, and taking a minute to go to their page and see what's important to them. And then it's going into questions. It's teaching them how to talk to people and what questions to ask. Because again, when they're posting the coming out post, they're already saying, I'm a health and fitness coach, and people are going to say, okay, I want to join your challenge group. So they can kind of go to forming through this process. And it will get deeper in another day, but this is just kind of like the simple stuff. So don't worry, I didn't forget about like the other stuff. So then it just goes through exactly what they need to do. And I'm thinking that I might need to alter this font because it's a little small. But it's really just talking about, how do I talk about Shakeology? How do I talk about the fitness program? What do I suggest? Once they've decided on a challenge pack, what do you need to know? What do you need to send them? What resources can you give them? And I want to find a way that, because like every time I sign up a discount coach, I send them a document that explains about the discount coach difference between a customer and what they're going to be charged next month. So that when they come to me and they say, hey, what's this charge? I'm going to say, hey, did you read your email? So I need to figure out a way on how to incorporate that into this training. That's something I still need to add here, because I think that that's really important. But it's just explaining the VIP discount, same thing that's in the explanation of how to sign somebody up. And then I sent you in your enrollment, blah, blah, blah. And then confirmation email. And then obviously people don't respond. What do I do? So that's some great ones of like how to approach those situations. So this is, I think, something still a work in progress for me. The more that I'm talking about it and saying it out loud, because there's another document I think I might want to put with this day instead, which I'll show you guys in a second. But let's go back here. Like I said, this isn't like, we literally did this yesterday. So it's still not in stone and still probably needs some work. So that's kind of day 4. So day 5, so I'm thinking maybe these need to go differently in order, because I don't know if you guys have checked out this document. Let me come back here. Okay. This is the document that's been in the team page, and I don't think that anybody really uses. you guys probably, Amy and Lauren, you've probably seen it before, but this is a step-by-step. This is why I think this should actually go with, those days should switch, day 4 and day 5, because this is the step-by-step process on how you start talking to somebody. Even better, I think, than the other one. Because when somebody comes out and says, I want to be part of your accountability group, how much does it cost? I'm sure you guys have gotten that. So you know that your people are going to get that. So it walks them through exactly what to say. So questions you need to ask. So this is where you need to step back and do not defend Shakeology. All those things, like, number 1, step away from your keyword and breathe, because you have to just think about it for a second. And it talks them through the process. And I honestly forgot I made this document, and I was like, Nobel, we can put this in the training. It's already there. And then it kind of walks through how to share the videos to explain the programs. And then the all question, what does it cost? All the things that, you know, I kind of narrowed down when I was like, people keep asking me what I'm saying. It's all in here. The cost explanation that we always use is right here. They say, sign me up. You always give the VIP customer option. So you explain the difference between discount coach and customer. And they say, I'm not sure. Then they have options, and then how to sign them up officially. So I'm thinking that might be better first. What do you guys think? I think it's a better explanation. Yeah, cool. I will alter that. Let's go back. Like I said, I'm trying to make it as smooth and as possible for you guys. So let me just move this up here so I don't forget. Stick with me. Do you guys have any thoughts so far? Nothing?
I'll go.
Go.
I think this is so much better. I mean, you know, the training before wasn't bad at all. But I know for me, starting out as like a challenger and a coach at day 1, I got it and I was like, what the frick? It's like, I mean, I was like you, Jackie. I was like a left and a right and an emerald and a, like, you know, and a challenger versus like, and I, you know, just kind of like kept moving. But I think this, it kind of like, not to like be mean, but it kind of like dumbs it down, where it's kind of like idiot proof, you know, and it puts it right out for you. So
I felt that there was just it was like an overload of all sorts of new terms that I had no idea where this stuff was coming from. So to be dummy proof, that's sort of a good explanation. Like I just never got like the whole backstory. So I'm not good with just the Cliff Notes version. So this was good to kind of be able to read through and understand better.
So Jackie, you're going to be my guinea pig on it. You'll know what to expect at least. It won't be a total surprise. So cool. We decided we're going to switch those things. So on inviting, they're going to get that document of how to walk through the conversation, and then overcoming objections, they're going to get, I'm going to see if I want to do different slides for that one or what I think I want to do for that one, because we also have that overcoming objections document, but I think it's a little dated. I might add the Bonnie Engel objections here. I'll have to look at that and see. But basically, it's all based on conversations and connecting with the people that are connecting with them. So it's not weird, it's simple, and it's focused on action. Does that make sense? Okay, day 6, what to share on social media. So Noelle made slides for these guys. Can you guys see this? Cool. So, you know, of course she starts with transformation photos, but she talks about sharing your story and being relatable. And if you want people to trust you, you know, you need to lead them on a path of self-growth. You must first be willing to share your own story. So yes, I think this is bold in the beginning, but also like sometimes you just have to be bold. Like what I shared tonight, guys, about my $20,000 income is scary as shit, because I know people are going to judge me. They're going to say, oh, that's not really true. Or, you know, she's just in it for the money. And the thing is, those aren't the people that I want on my team. The people that I want on my team are about people. And so sometimes you have to just go big and go bold and put it out there, and the people that want it will come to you. That's kind of how I look at those bold posts. It's hard to share, and honestly, it's kind of unrelatable. I think honestly, the post like Amy made today on our team page of an extra $200 is so much more relatable. Like, everybody wants an extra $200, you know? Yeah, the 20 looks nice, but it's almost like people can't touch that. So you have to continuously find ways to just put yourself out there, not just about money, but, you know, sharing your progress. No, Lauren shared her progress today, and it doesn't have to be full body shots either. I kind of made a video about that, so I'm going to stop talking about it. But basically sharing your journey, and then how to build interest in your challenge group. It kind of walks you through how to kind of share recipes, give value, post tips and tricks, you know, just the simple stuff and what you're excited about in your new challenge group. And then the third one is knowing your audience, and, you know, what your niche is. So you want to reach the people that are like you, and you just have to start somewhere and speak to that person. So I thought that those were good points. And then the last one is just be you, and what to focus on, and just kind of the simple basic stuff. So you guys can all I did with Noelle's post, if Amy or Lauren or Jackie, you guys would make it your own, you can just put your own photo here and your own top 5 if you wanted to. But again, it's not really necessary at this point. So that's that day. So where are we? Day 6. And so day 7 is the About Me and Getting Started Right webinar. This is something that I made. So the About Me form is just like, what's your favorite color? Why do you want to do this? What are your goals? Kind of going back to that form, that 7-day quick start they filled out, and re-engaging what their goals are, and putting it pen to paper. It's no different than the form that we've had for a long, long time. And then I made a new webinar last night, which I wanted to show you guys real quick. This guy goes through the stuff now that is confusing at the beginning. It goes through, so I just introduced myself. It's going to be slow. It's 8. Whoa. So it says, welcome to our team. So they haven't even been in our team page yet, right? So I'm literally just giving them a screenshot of our team page, what to expect, when the team calls are, which is actually the wrong time, and I'm not correcting it, so I say it in the video. But it just gives them the kind of the basics, and to check the calendar. That's their kind of golden nugget. And then the other 2 things I explain on this video, which is hard to see small here, is what Success Club means and how you achieve that really, really simply. And then what Emerald means, and it shows it really, really simply. There's also a big black box here, and this is something that we want to do as a team together. I know you can't really see it. I don't know how to make it bigger, but it says, how do you grow fast? Continue to hit Emerald over and over again, then teach your coaches to do the same. Duplicate this 4 times and help your coaches do the same to become a 2-star diamond by month 3. Sounds really simple, right? To Lauren and Amy, you're like, 2-star diamond, I can't do that. But all it is doing Emerald 4 times and teaching your coaches to do it 4 times. And I think that we need to continuously make those goals simple. Because guys, we are duplicating success over this next 15 months. And that means keeping it simple for our new coaches. They don't know what 2-star diamond is. All they know is, okay, I just have to hit Emerald 4 times. Easy. 1 and 1. Left and right. So there's kind of the answer to your question, Jackie, in a little bit of a format. So they don't even get this until they complete the 7 days, because they don't need to know that. And then the last one is just, it's time to take action. Up next is their 2-week coach basics, which we have not updated yet, but it will be similar to the stuff that we had originally for our training. So I'm just going to reformat it a little bit. It'll be expanding on the topics that we talked about. So does that make sense thus far? You guys got it? Simple. So they go through the webinar, and this is going to be a document you guys can go through and use, obviously, for your own coaches. But after they do the webinar, I'll have to decide if we post it or email you or whatever. Then they schedule a getting started right call with you. So you do not get on the phone with them until they show you that they're going to take action. It's simple stuff. And if they can't complete a simple task each day, and they don't have to do it all 7 days in a row, but you know how to match their pace then. Because that's always the biggest thing I had to learn as a leader is if somebody's not plugging into the team and they're not willing to put effort in and they're not willing to show up and they're not hitting Success Club or signing anybody up and, they're just absent, I'm not going to give my time to that person because essentially, guys, you have to think about it. You're a business owner, and every time you pour into somebody that doesn't pour back to you, that's money you're throwing out the door. And I hate to say it that way, but it's true. I've seen a lot of coaches struggle with putting a lot of investment into coaches that don't give back to them, and it drains them so much. Do you think sharing something tomorrow about making? Yes, absolutely, Amy. I think you totally should share that. I don't know if you just typed that now or earlier. But you have to just kind of learn that, again, 80% of your time is your business, 20% is your coaches. So this whole training is meant to make your guys' life simpler so that you know exactly where your coaches are. And I would highly suggest, at least for Amy and Lauren, to put this stuff in Streak and have a timeline that you can see where your coaches are in the training. That's exactly how I match people's pace. Amanda Stroll went through her 15-day training in like 3 days. I'm going to give her my time. Somebody that sits there for 3 months, not going to give them my time. And it's hard because you see so much in them. But if you can't do a 7-day training, then I can't help you. It may seem mean, but it just, you have to pour into the people that are going to pour back into you. And it's not saying, if they're not doing it or they're slow at it, that you're not going to help them. That's not true. But you have to just kind of match their pace. So what does the getting started right call look like? And this is what it should look like from here on out. This is a call where you get into people's why. Why did they sign up for this? Why do they want to be a coach? What fears and doubts do they have? Why do they want to change their life? It's less about here's the personal volume points to stay active. This is how much it costs per month. This is blah, 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 blah. I honestly hated doing that. And I don't know why I continued it for as long as I did. But I think this is really what the Getting Started Right call should look like. What do they want out of it? And you're going to have their About Me form to go over as well. So they may have already given some of this information there. But it's just you having a conversation with them on what they want out of this and how you can help them get fulfilled and fuel their tank to fire them up and continuously take action and build on the last 7 days that they've just completed. Because you don't want them to stop doing what they've been doing. It's kind of like when you hit that goal, like I was talking about, and you're like, okay, I can coast because I got here. No, you have to keep doing the basics. You have to keep showing up. And so you're going to talk to them about, them being their mentor, and that they can have one-on-one calls with you, that you're there to show them the ropes, but their success is dependent on what they do. Where can they find information, and talk them through that. And then just talk about anything else that they have been struggling with or succeeding with or whatever. And then after that call is when you add them to the team page and they continue on with their 14-day training, which will go more into, more business kind of stuff. It'll be similar to the other format, Success Club trip, the fun kind of stuff. But if you guys look back on this, it's really just based on sharing your story publicly and privately, working on your mindset, and plugging into your training. I'm going to stop sharing. I hope this gets you guys pumped up. If you have input, now's the time to talk about it, because I'd love any feedback. I'm sure no perfect person.
So I really like, I'm on, right? You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I can't tell which microphone's on, so I'm sorry if it's like headset or the computer. I don't know. So I really like how it is really straightforward. So I think even from my perspective, just breaking it down to say, okay, just focus on little chunks and we're going to walk everyone through it. It's almost like you're walking yourself through it again. And every time you do it, I can almost see myself when this is why we're doing this, Lauren. These are the basics. You need to be into the basics as much as you're asking them to be in the basics. And I think the step-by-step of forcing them to learn how to write their story and share their story before you do the getting started right call, I think that is genius. I really, really like that. You got me all fired up.
Now you want like 10 coaches, right?
I know, that's a good thing. But I do really like the very simple, like it's half a page or less of information. So it's really digestible. And I think that will be very important for someone new coming in, that they're not going to get overwhelmed. And it's not to knock the other training, because like I was the one who read the entire policies and procedures before she was willing to sign up. Like, I'm not even joking, guys. Like, I literally made Danielle ask me, is everything okay? Yes, I'm just reading the 30 pages of policies and procedures. But it's really nice to have just the high level, hey, you're in this for some sort of gain. We're going to knock out whether it's financial gain by setting up your direct deposit. We're going to knock out if it's to help people, and really that's your avenue by sharing your story, inviting people, whether it's mental, you're going to do your personal development, and you're just kind of getting this crash course on the team culture, really, in the first 7 days. That's my thoughts. Can't tell I like it, can you?
Good, I'm glad. Jackie, what do you think? Since you're the newest newbie.
I'd have to agree with Lauren. I like that it's broken up into smaller pieces. I think maybe I didn't feel like, I felt like I was getting a lot of information all at once, and I was like, oh man, let's just take this one day at a time and we'll just see how it goes. Mm-hmm. And so then it had just happened where you had invited me on the call, and so I'm just kind of like learning it through the calls and stuff like that. So that's been easy for me to digest, is learning through this all through the calls. And I don't actually think I did really much of the training. Yep. because I've been learning a lot of it on the calls, and I don't know if that was just total oversight in my part, but I like how you broke it down into smaller pieces, and I agree, it's much more digestible.
And I think we also decided that none of it would be video besides the webinar, so that they could really like move through it fast. Because I find sometimes, with video, you have to sit down and listen to it at a time of day where you're like not doing anything else, whereas like you could just read it. I think that the 14-day training after that is will be similar format to what we had before, and we'll include the videos, and maybe some of them will be the same from last time. I just have to go through, sorry if it's loud, the train's going by. I just have to go through it and organize it and kind of see what I want to do with that in my own head mentally.
Do you have any of you guys have any input of whether or not people should complete a program before becoming a coach? I don't know if maybe that had made it I couldn't really distinguish what just experiencing it for the first time in general, but also just being thrown into the whole coaching thing as well, all at once. So I don't know if that, I guess that's up to anybody, but
so Amy and Lauren, Amy and Lauren both had different experiences. So Amy, you want to speak to yours?
Yeah, I signed up after saying no for 12 months. And I did what you're not supposed to do when you get your package, and that was post a picture of all of the color containers on my counter. So I was like, woohoo, yeah, I'm doing the 21 Day Fix. And now I know not to do that, clearly. But I had like two friends that were like, oh, I kind of wanted to try it, but I was skeptical. And Danielle messaged me. She's like, yo, like, are you interested in coaching? Like, you already have people that are reaching out to you. And I was like, okay, sure. And so I started, it was like, I signed up on the 27th and I hit Emerald on the 29th because first of all, I had two people sign up to hit Emerald, and then I signed up my husband to hit Success Club without even knowing what Success Club was.
But that's what we want. That's what I want from this training. Because it gives them the Coach Mobile app video in one of the posts as well, like walks them how to sign up somebody up. So they know how to use that tool and they know how to have conversations to the end of the combo. So that's what I'm thinking. Like when people get to that webinar, guys, they're going to be like, oh, I already did that. Like I'm already an Emerald coach. Cool.
Right.
And then Lauren did a program and then coach. So you want to speak to that?
Yeah. So I think I was about like 2 weeks into 21 Day Fix. Dustin, get her to stop. Can you get her to stop? Get the little stop barking. So I think I was.
My dog is like looking at me like crazy.
It's a family event. I was 2 weeks into the 21 Day Fix, and I knew that it was working. I knew that I liked it. I knew I liked the atmosphere, and I needed that. And so I naturally started kind of like sharing it, and I think I went on vacation right around the same time, and like I shared myself in the bikini and like the abs, and it just blew up from there. Like people are like, oh my god, you have abs, and it's like February. I'm like, yes, I do. So it became this conversation kind of similar of Danielle going like, do you realize you are doing almost everything that it takes to be a coach, but you're not getting like the benefits from it. Like you're not getting the team under you. You're not getting the income from it. Like you can do that. You have the interest. So it was kind of like that eye-opening experience then that I said yes to coaching. I personally love the trial by fire kind of method because if someone's in it, why not get them to really commit to themselves? And what better way than, I mean, like they're already using the program, they're using Shakeology, they're covering their coach fee and still getting a discount. Like you're doing it all, but you're not getting the rewards of like the love and like the camaraderie of it. I don't know, that's kind of my personal opinion, but that's my belief.
I always say, Jackie, like the first week of a challenge group is so key. If somebody is posting a lot and like engaging a lot in a group and really super excited and like texting you and telling you, oh my God, I love this, or like I'm struggling, but I love it. You ask them to hop on a coaching opportunity call and just say, hey, like, I just want you to come check this out because I think you'd be an amazing coach on my team, and why don't you come try it? And then there's other people that like I just flat out ask because I love what they share already. Like they already share good stuff, even if they're not doing Beachbody, because I just think that they're a positive person that people like to engage with. And I just tell them that. I just say like, hey, I just love what you share. This may sound crazy, but like, have you ever considered coaching before? So I think it can go either way. You just kind of trust your gut. Depends on the person, honestly.
Okay.
What else do you guys have? Anything? We feeling fired up about Success Club? What are we struggling with? Anything?
I'm working, I have a conversation right now. There's a girl who was signed up getting absolutely nothing from her coach, who basically went inactive. The girl I think I was talking about with you, Danielle, and Amy. And we're figuring out where she wants to go from now. So she definitely wants to start. She said she wants to start coaching. She said she loved the challenge group that I had her in 2 weeks ago before she went on her honeymoon. And so I think this would be a great opportunity to put this into test on my end as well and see how it goes. And I also have Stacy, so I can also run it through with her. So yeah, that's exciting. So that's one. And then I'm still trying to get people on the phone when they respond, but I'm going to keep going. And we're going to make it happen.
I wanted to show you guys something real quick. So you guys are a part of like a larger team outside of my team. So like above me. And this team has 1,700 people in it. So it's big. So this list that you usually see right about now is probably usually around 100 people. There's maybe 30 on here right now. And I know for Lauren and Amy, you may recognize some names on here. Colleen Eddy, Success Club 4. Kelsey Pate, Success Club 4. Nicole O'Neill is a full-time coach, Success Club 4. Claire's on there, shout out to her. Catherine Reuter is like a 10-star diamond, Success Club 3. Everybody's feeling it right now. But you guys decide the action that you take every single day for the rest of the month. There's still 3 whole weeks left. Plenty of time. But you decide the action you're going to take every single day to get it. I'm not bragging, but number 3 feels really good up here. But if I can do it, you guys can do it. Everybody is feeling the fall heat. You cannot slow down, though. You have to be the person that people know to go to. I was honestly shocked seeing that leaderboard this week, because usually those coaches that I just named are at like Success Club 10 and higher right now. And it's not to put anything down on them because life happens, but I just wanted to show you that they're in the trenches too, and they're working hard too. And every month's not easy, but that's what makes the reward so much better. And guys, if I can get to 20 grand in a year, you guys will lap me in that, and you will do it in half the time, because I didn't have trainings like this. I didn't have a team like this, and you guys are rocking. Even when you feel like you're not at Success Club yet, or you don't have coaches, like just because you showed up is proof that the other 43 people on our team are not plugging in. And you guys are, and you should pat yourselves on the back for that. All right? Does that fire you up? Get you motivated? Get you pumped? You guys are right there, okay? It's what I wanted that to show you, that, you know, you decide how big you go and how many lives you change this month. And you guys can all do it. If I can do it, you can do it. All right? Any closing thoughts?
Awesome. Thank you.
I'm always good for words.
Yeah.
I think it's probably most appropriate to close this call out with just a thank you to both you and Noelle for taking the time to put that together, because you could have spent that doing more messages or getting your nails done or relaxing by the pool. But I just want to say thank you for taking the time to put that together, because it's really cute. It's colorful, but most of all, I think it's really something that we can all use and really kind of help make it simple again, and really bring us back to basics so that we don't scare ourselves, we don't scare others, and we can be successful. So kudos to you guys, gals.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
I appreciate that. Thank you. I just want it bad for you guys. So if you don't feel the fire, it's all here. All you got to do is take action. All right, guys. I'm gonna put some tweaks on it and then probably share it tomorrow night so that you have access to it and can run with it. And if you have any other thoughts, let me know. All right. And probably in our diamond group, we'll talk about the 14-day training and how we want that to look, because I probably want your guys' input on that. Success Club by Wednesday. Can we do it? I think we can. I know you guys can. All right, go rock it. And thank you for hopping on tonight. And I'll see you guys soon. All right.